Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today, per a request of one of my followers, I'm going to go ahead and do an eyebrow tutorial. So I don't have any product on whatsoever. So we are just going to go ahead and jump right into this. So if you are new here, hi, my name's Rose. On here we do everything makeup. So I do subscription boxes, how-tos, getting ready with me's, reviews of some products that I've never tried before, things like that. So if you're into that, then please stay tuned. Don't forget to go ahead and hit that subscribe button, click that notification bell so that you can get notified of all my future uploads. And without further ado, let's get into this. Okay, so I've just gone ahead and brought you guys in. So a couple things that I use personally for my eyebrows. If I cannot wax them myself, I'm very impatient, so my little wax pot does not stay plugged in all the time. So if I don't feel like waiting for it, then here's a couple of things that I do. One, go invest in these little suckers. So these have a tiny little razor blade on the bottom of them, as you can see. And these are great for just go ahead and getting all of these hairs that you might have that are growing in where you don't want your brow to be. So go pick these up. They're a lifesaver. The other thing, of course, that you want to have in your little arsenal of things is some really good tweezers. So I have these little tweezers here, and then I have this, and it's a brush and a comb, and then it's got like this little brush on this end. This thing is old, and I love it. It's from Mary Kay, which I don't even think they have these anymore. I've used it so much the name isn't even on here. But I use this basically to go ahead and brush up my brow, and then if I'm going to cut them down or whatever, I can do that with this comb side, which, yeah, that's what I use mine for. And then, of course, little scissors. Really, really sharp, tiny little scissors. So, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to trim up the eyebrows, and then I will show you how I fill those in. The products that I have to fill in my brows are, got a couple different things we can use. So I have this brow pencil, which I picked up from the Dollar Tree, literally. It works really nicely. I like it. Oh, got caps falling off. This one is Wet n Wild. This one's okay. It's got a spoolie, and then of course you've got your brow pencil there. This one's okay. The formula though is very, very thick. So I don't, it's okay. Like, this isn't my go-to pencil though. My go-to pencil literally is this Maybelline Ultra Brow, and well, it's ultra slim, so it's very, very small on the top, and then you have a spoolie on the other end. So I really, really like this pencil. And then if you like Mary Kay, of course you can go ahead and use the Mary Kay liner. You can see they are very, very similar. They're very ultra slim, both of them are. This one, of course, same thing, just an ultra slim pencil. But the Mary Kay one does not, for whatever reason, have a spoolie on the other side. So that's why I don't use the Mary Kay one. I think Mary Kay is such a big brand, and if they're going to compete with what you can get at your local drugstore, they need to have a spoolie. So there's that. Anyway, so the pencil that I'll be using today is the Maybelline Ultra Slim pencil. This is in the color just brown. So yeah, that's what we're going to be using today. So let's go ahead and trim these up and get rid of all these little tiny growths that I want to get rid of. Okay, so also we are using Natural Light today. So if it kind of goes in and out, it's just because the clouds are going over top of the sun. I'm going to tilt you guys down a little bit in case I need to go ahead and look into my mirror. You can still see what I'm doing. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with that little like razor blade thing. And what I like to do is I like to pick up on my eyebrow just like this. So that way there I have this nice flat surface. And you're just going to go like this. And then all that's going to do is it's going to remove any of that unwanted hair from below your brow line that you don't want there. So then it's nice and smooth. And then the same thing, you can kind of come up a little bit closer. Just be careful because you can accidentally take off too much hair here too. And then come all the way out. So that is just how I get rid of that unwanted hair. I don't ever try to do anything from like the top, like up here, only because if I go too far, it's going to cause a problem. Okay, so now that this one is done for that, I'm going to go in and I'm going to do the other one as well. So same thing, just pulling up and then coming down. And I find too when I use this, like I don't get any kind of like razor burn because I don't think it's really, I mean it's a tiny little razor and everything, but it doesn't really affect my skin or anything. And I've picked these up at Walmart. I've also found them at Dollar General. I haven't seen them at the dollar store yet, but that's where I get them. And they come in like a 3-pack, so it's very nice. So this way here, if you want, you can keep one like in your bag, in a travel kit, whatever. So in this way here, if anything starts peeking out, you can always go in, do a quick little like shave off whatever, and then it's all gone, which is nice. So now I'm just going in and I'm going to just shape up the center here, only because I have some that just grow a little bit too low for my liking. And same thing, just pulling up. Okay, so those are kind of now all cleaned up for me. And then when you look at your lashes, I always like to follow wherever like they kind of go up. So this one kind of comes up and goes down, and the same thing here. And your lashes are never going, or yeah, your lashes, your eyebrows. I've been saying lashes, haven't I? Your eyebrows are, they're never going to be identical. So the most thing that you could do is try to make them identical in the best way possible. But don't stress yourself out if they don't end up looking 100% alike. Like this one is always very nice and curved, and this one really isn't all that curved. This one's kind of like a more of a straight out like whom kind of a thing going on. So don't get discouraged by that. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in, I'm going to brush these just like that. And I'm going to see if I need to cut any of these down. If they get too long, they kind of could get in the way. So all I do is I take this little comb, as you can see here, and I'm just bringing them straight up. My camera's going a little bit blurry on me. There we go. So just bringing them straight up, and then you can go ahead and take your scissors and you can trim those. I don't really choose to go in and pluck. I don't like to. It hurts. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in with my eyebrow pencil. So I'm going to work on this one first. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out with the bottom first here, and very, very light strokes. And I'm going to try to get it so that it's a kind of little bit more curved like this one is. it doesn't ever really work out. So, but we're going to bring it down just a little bit compared to where that line is. And just little strokes. You don't want to go all at once. I am filling out my end of my eyebrow. Okay, and I always pull it a little bit past. So, because it's just me. And then up into like this section, I always go ahead and bring that line down just a little bit. But mostly, I always feel this going in like an upward motion. I don't ever bring my line like straight out here, because it looks funky. So don't do that. So anyway, like right where your curvature starts, and then the rest, just kind of pull that eyebrow pencil up. Okay? So then also what you can do, I don't normally do now because I'm so used to doing my brows, but you can always bring your brow down and you can see where your hairs kind of fill in, and that's where you're going to want to start lining your pencil, is right on that hairline. So, going to bring that up here, and I always start for the top, I start at the front and then bring it down. So, do that. And light strokes, like you don't want to take your pencil and be like, don't do that. So very, very minimal light strokes. Put your pinky on your face if you need to help. But light strokes. And then I'm following that. Down as well. And then kind of meeting them all there in the point. So here is my like lined brow without it being filled in. Okay, so refocus my camera because I went in too close. So, and then we will go ahead and fill in all of this too. Now, I have seen some people that fill it in kind of with like a brow powder. I don't have any of that. Well, no, I lied. I do. I don't like it. It's up to you if you like brow powder. I don't. I can do the same thing with a pencil as I can with brow powder, so that's why I don't like doing it with brow powder. So now that I have this one all lined, I was thinking I'm going to go in and I'm going to line this one too. So I'm going to refocus my camera. Oh, there we go. And bring you guys down just a little bit more, because I'm now working on the opposite eye, so it's a little bit lower. I'm going to tilt you down just a little bit more. Okay. So, same thing, I'm working right where the eyebrow starts, and then this one is nice and full. This one tails out like really, well, you know. So, I'm just going to go ahead and bring it down just a little bit to help give me, to give me just a little bit more fuller looking brow on this side. That's the other thing too that I like about brow pencils. Like if you make a line or whatever, you can just kind of go in and, oh, it's gone. It's easy cleanup. So, let's go ahead and finish this. So, just going to go in. Again, follow those hairs with you. Okay. Alright, and then this, I'm just going to kind of angle down. one looks a little bit too full. Also, you can take your spoolie in if you don't like your line and just kind of drag it, and it will erase that line. Okay, so now I'm just going to go ahead and bring out the pencil just a little bit more, and we're going to go ahead and start to fill. So, starting with the front, and then I'm just going to go ahead. And this is just light strokes as well, like I'm not applying too much pressure. Otherwise you'll get like this really, really dark line, and it will like disrupt everything. Okay, so then once you have it filled, go ahead and take your spoolie and just pull it through. These ones you're going to flick up, and then as you're coming into your brow here, kind of angle it to the side and then pull down, just like that. So that way there your eyebrows actually follow the flow that you want. Okay? So then, same thing with this one. We'll go ahead and fill this section. A little bit too much there, so we're just going to pull that. Okay. Alright. I'm just going to pull this line down just a little bit more. Just to kind of match this. Okay, so there is my eyebrow so far. I'm just going to go ahead and take you guys out just a little bit. Okay, so they're nice and filled. They look good, at least me. The next thing that you can always do is you can go in with like a brow setting cream, and you can go ahead and set these. If you want to go to the drugstores or to Walmart, e.l.f. sells a really, really good one. And then if you want to go to like an Ulta or Sephora, definitely pick up the Give Me Brow. So I have both of those, and I will show them to you now. Okay, so now my camera doesn't want to stay up. So the couple products that you can get to go ahead and set down these eyebrows, like I was saying, you can go ahead and get e.l.f. It looks like this, and then when you pull this out, it's got this tiny, tiny, tiny little thin spoolie. Like, it just looks like a stick, but literally there's like a little brush there with some product that will like kind of hold it in place. So you can do this one, which is by e.l.f., and you can find this literally anywhere. So you've got that one, or you can do the Gimme Brow. So this is what the Gimme Brow looks like by Benefit. You can get this at Ulta, Sephora, or you could probably go to Benefit. And then it comes with a spoolie right there, and then that's got like a product too, which also has, it's like a tinted brow setter. So you can use this one, or final one that I have, this is called the 24-hour brow setter. This is in the color clear, so this is huge compared to the tiny little like Gimme Brow one, as you can see. So I actually really like this one or the e.l.f. one more than anything, and only because when you pull this out, you have this bigger spoolie. So you have one that has longer line or longer bristles here, and this one has shorter bristles here that you can use. Okay, so I'm going to go in with this 24-hour brow setter, and basically you just comb it through. And I use the bigger side, and then I come in to the smaller side and use that for the tail end here. Okay, and then the same thing on this side. Okay, so once you have those, they're pretty much set down. This is kind of like a clear gel. I really like this formula. I got this at Christmas time. They had this like a brow, I don't know, it's kind of like a set, I want to say, but they do sell this individually. But the e.l.f. one works just as well. The e.l.f. one is slightly tinted as well, but the same thing, it goes ahead and sets down those brows so that they won't move throughout the day. So, I'll be right back. Okay guys, so here is my finished look for today. So you get your eyebrows are all done. They look nice and shaped up. They look pretty even. I'm quite happy with them. So I hope you guys liked this tutorial. If you have any questions, I still feel like you guys are really close. There we go. So if you guys have any questions whatsoever, if you need me to do another in-depth whatever, whether it's contouring, highlighting, putting on lashes, doing like, I don't know, I always do like how-tos with my eyeshadows and everything, so I feel like that's pretty basic. I don't know, maybe putting on foundation with a beauty blender versus a brush. If you guys have any questions whatsoever with like application for makeup or how to do something, just leave it in the comments down below, or if you follow me over on my Facebook page, my Instagram or Twitter or anything like that, leave it over there too. I check all of it as much as I can. So I hope you guys really did like this tutorial. It was pretty fun making it, and to the person that requested it, I hope I answered some of your questions. If I didn't, let me know, and I will be sure to go ahead and address those. Have a great day, guys. Bye.